Hello students, welcome back to our channel Learn with Sahira. Students, in this video I am going to discuss and explain you the concept of journal entries. By watching this video you will come to know what are journal entries, how to prepare journal entries, what are the transactions to be taken in the journal entries. Children, if you watch this video till end, in total you will get 16 marks in FA-1 examination. Why I am saying 16 marks means 12 marks for your long, 4 marks for your short. In total, you will get 16 marks by watching this video, children. So, I request you to watch the video till end so that you can get 16 marks in your FA-1 examination. Degree first year BCom children, I hope that you people have started your examination preparations. If not, no worries. From today, you can start your preparations because I am going to upload all subjects explanation videos. Yes children, this is the board which I got for you all and this is my first video in which I am visible to you all. All this what I am doing is just for you, for your good marks, for your benefit. So watch the video till end so that you can get good marks. You can score O grade in your examinations and subscribe my channel Learn with Sahira for more explanation videos and damn sure important questions. Okay children, without wasting any time, let us go with our topic journal entries. Students, to understand journal entries, first we need to understand accounting rules. If we don't know accounting rules, then we cannot put the transactions into the journal entries. So first let us go with the accounting rules, then we will go with the journal entries. Okay. So in total we are having 3 accounting rules, children. How many accounting rules are there? 3 accounting rules. There are 3 accounting rules, children. So, understanding accounting rules, first we need to understand about accounts. We are having 3 accounts, children, and 3 rules for that 3 accounts. First let us go with the accounts. We are having 3 accounts. What are it? Personal account, real account, nominal account. These are the 3 accounts, children. Let us go with the individual accounts. First let us discuss about the personal account. Personal account is nothing but an account of a person, children. Example, Sahira. Sahira's account. Raju, Ravi, Mohan, Sita, Geeta. Any name if you see in the transaction, then that name will come under personal account, children. Personal is nothing but person's account. Any name if you see in the transaction, it will come under the personal. Then we are having real account. Children, real account is nothing but assets. Property. If you see any asset like plant, machinery, machine, land, any property, then that will come under real account, children. Yes, we will see assets and liabilities in the balance sheet. Yes or no? Then all the assets will come under the real account. Then we will go with the nominal account, children. Nominal account means nothing but expenses or gains. Okay, so these are 3 accounts, children. Personal, real, nominal. I hope that you got to know what are personal accounts, real accounts and nominal accounts. Now these are the accounts. We have 3 rules for these accounts. Let us go with that rules. Let me use an other color marker so that it will not be confusing for you. Okay. So for personal account, debit. Debit is the receiver, children. Credit, giver. Debit is the receiver, credit is the giver. Sorry, giver. Okay. So here, debit means nothing but receiver. If someone is giving something to me, either it may be cash or any good or any product. If example, X is giving a good to Y, then Y will be the receiver, X will be the giver. Then Y here will become debit, X here will become credit. Let me say you here, if X is giving cash, let us assume cash. If X is giving cash to Y, here Y will be the debit. Why is the debit? Because he is receiving the cash from X. He is the receiver, no. So he will become debit. Here X is giving the cash. So what he will become? He will become credit. So debit is the receiver, credit is the giver, is the accounting rule for personal account. Now let us go with the real. Debit, what comes in? Debit, what comes in? Credit, what goes out? This is the second rule of second account, real account, children. Personal, we went with debit receiver, credit giver. Here real, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. It means, example, I am having a company, Sahara's Private Limited Company. In this company, if cash is coming from outside to the company, then it will become debit. Why? Cash is coming into the company. So, here debit, it will be debit because it is coming in. If I am giving my cash to some other person, either it may be person X or Y or bank, I may be depositing the money into the bank also, no? So when I am giving the cash or money from my company to outside of the company, then it will become credit. Why? Because cash is going outside of the business or outside of the company. If cash comes into my company, then it will become debit. If cash goes out of my company, then it will become credit. Got my point? Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Okay. Next, let us go with the nominal. What is nominal, children? Already I have said you, nominal is expenses and gains. So, I am saying expenses and gains. So, where will expenses come and where will gains come? Let us see. So, here in the nominal, debit all expenses or losses. Okay, children. Debit here expenses and losses. Credit, when debit is expense, then credit will be gain. Yes or no? In simple, then credit is gain or income. You can say incomes and gains also like this. Okay. So, nominal is nothing but expenses and losses for debit, gains and incomes for credit. These are your 3 accounting rules, children. I hope you understand. Once again, let me discuss. There are 3 accounts and 3 rules for these 3 accounts. First account is personal, that will come for a person name. Second account is real, that will come for assets or properties. Third account is nominal, that will come under expenses and gains. Okay. So, personal account rule is debit the receiver, credit the giver. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Nominal, debit expenses and losses, credit gains and incomes. I hope you understand, children. Then, if you understand accounting rules, let us go with the journal entries. Okay. Children, you have to remember this accounting rules. Without accounting rules, you cannot do journal entries. If you remember this accounting rules, then only you can do the journal entries. Yes? Okay? So, I am going to rub this on and let us go with the journal entries, children. Just give me a minute. Children, we are done with our accounting rules. You have come to know what are the different types of accounts and what are the different types of accounting rules for that accounts. Now we will go to the proforma of journal entry. What is the proforma of journal entry? Where we will take the transactions, where we will be taking the amount of that transactions. Okay? Let us go with the proforma of journal. This is the proforma, children. Journal. It will be a box like this. So, it is your date. Date, particulars, LF. LF is nothing but ledger folio, children. Here it is debit amount. Here it is credit amount. Okay. This is your journal entries proforma. If you draw this proforma in your examination, then for sure you will get 2 marks. Children, your whole question is for 12 marks, right? If you do not write any transaction or any amount of the transaction in this proforma, just you draw this proforma, then for sure you will get 2 marks, because this proforma consists to 2 marks, children. So, be perfect with this proforma, then only you can take the transactions and keep in this proforma. Okay? So, this is your proforma. Students, now let us go with the journal entries, taking the transactions and keeping the transactions into this proforma. I am going to display the question on your mobile screen. If possible, take the screenshots. We are going to do that problem. For sure, you will get 12 marks from this problem, children. So, listen the video. Listen to me carefully. Students, now let us go with the journal entries, taking the transactions and keeping the transactions into this proforma. I am going to display the question on your mobile screen. If possible, take the screenshot. We are going to do that problem. Children, by watching this video and listening to me carefully, for sure you will get 12 marks in your FA-1. So, listen to me carefully and watch the video till end. Okay, so let us do the problem. Here your question is, journalize the following transactions of Hari and brothers. So, first we need to write the name, whatever it have given on the top. Here I am not having place, so I am going to rub this FA-1. Okay. Journal entries of, who is their children? Hari and brothers. As on, here you have to write the date. Okay, whatever it have given. It have given July 1, 2010, no? So, you have to write July 1, 2010. Okay. Journal entries of Hari and brothers as on July 1, 2010. Okay. So, after drawing the proforma, after writing this, you have to go to the problem, solution of the question. Okay. So, first transaction is, business started with cash rupees 2 lakhs and cash deposited in bank. Both the transactions have been done on the same date, children. What is the date? First we need to write the date, whatever they have given. What is the date, children? 2010 July 1. So, like this only in the question paper, in the answer booklet also you have to write 2010 July 1. Whatever the date they give, you have to write like this. First year, then month, then date. Okay. After writing this, we have to go to the transactions. So, children, here 2 transactions have done on the same date, July 1, 2010. First, we will go with the transaction 1, then we will go with the transaction 2. What is the first transaction, children? Business started with cash 2 lakhs. Here, Hari and brothers have started a business by investing or by keeping 2 lakhs into the business. So, here is the company of Hari and brothers. In the company, is cash is coming or cash is going out? These people are giving the cash into the company or taking the cash from the company and getting out? No. Cash is coming inside the business, inside a company. Debit what comes in, right? So, what is coming in? Cash is coming in. So, we will take cash in the debit side. Debit what comes in? So, cash is coming inside the company. So, we will take cash account. Debit. Yes or no? Cash is coming inside the business. So, we are taking debit. So, who is the giver, children? Who is the giver? Credit is the giver, right? Who is giving? Hari and brothers. But we can't write their names here. What they are giving? They are giving cash. What is the cash in the form of? Cash is in the form of capital. If someone is keeping cash or money to start a business, to commence a business, then it will be considered as capital, not cash, not money, nothing. It will be considered as capital. If example, I am commencing a business or starting a business. Example, I am keeping a business of chocolates. Just assume that I am keeping a business of chocolate to produce or to manufacture the chocolates. So I am keeping the money inside my business loan to start the business. That will be known as capital. It will not be known as cash. So what these people are? Credit, right? Why these people are credit? Because they are giving the money. So what it is known as? It is known as capital. So cash account debit 2. We should leave some space and we should write 2 from here, children. We should not start 2 from here. This is wrong. We should start 2 from here. To which account, children? To capital account. Done. This is your first transaction. Cash account debtor to capital account. After writing this entry, you have to write the narration here. Without narration, if you just write the transaction and if you leave, then half marks will be cut, because narration is really very important. So what you should do? You should write the narration after writing the entry. What you will write? Being is permanent, children. Being, first being tone start aitadi. Being pakka. Being business started. With cash also you can write. I am just writing being business started. Okay. How much is the amount, children? How much is the amount? Amount is 2 lakhs. Sorry, where is it? See, this mistake only you should not do. This mistake you should not do. Where is the debit? Here it is. So you have to write 2 lakhs here. Then here khali. Then credit amount you should write here. Done? Done with the first transaction. Did you got my point? Let me explain you again for your clarification. Cash is coming inside a company or business. So we will be taking cash account debtor. It is considered as debit because debit what comes in. Cash is coming inside, so it is debit. So who are investing? Who are givers? Hari and brothers are givers. They are giving the cash in the form of capital. So we will write to capital account. Either it may be started, commenced, children. It is same. Starting a business. Okay. So first transaction have been completed and this narration is important. Students, we have done with our first entry, first transaction. On the same date, we are having the second transaction. What is that second transaction, children? Second transaction is cash deposited in bank. First transaction we have wrote on the same date, 2010 July 1. We are having another transaction. So we are going to take the date as it is, but we are not going to take year and month because already we have to here. No, so no need to write the year and month here. You just take the date. Then here the transaction is cash deposited in the bank. Who is the receiver here? Hari and brothers are the receivers. No, here bank is the receiver because Hari and brothers are depositing the money into the bank. So bank is receiving the money, right? So here bank will be debit. Bank account debit to cash account because we are giving the cash account. Okay, bank is receiving the money, so debit, we are giving the cash, so it is cash account. Here we need to write the narration. What I said, being is permanent. Being cash deposited into bank. So close. Second transaction we have done with. How much is the amount, children? Amount is 60,000. So we will be taking 60,000 here to the debit, then khali, then 60,000. Done? Done with the second transaction also. Next, on date 2, children, July date 2, we are having another transaction, that is machinery purchased on credit from A. We are purchasing the machinery from A. So here, who is the receiver, children? B. Yes or no? The company is the receiver. All the purchases, let me say you, purchases will come under debit because debit what comes in. Yes or no? Already we have learned debit what comes in the real account. Yes or no? Machinery. What is a machine, children? Machine is asset, right? Machine is an asset. So when machine is asset, what is the accounting rule of real account? All the real accounts will have assets, right? So machine is an asset. What is the accounting rule of real account? Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So what we will do here? Machine. We are purchasing the machine, no? So all the purchases will come under debit here. Machine is coming inside the business. So what we will write? Let me write this. So here, machine account debit. Who is giving, children? Here machine is what comes in. Yes or no? It is an asset. So what is the real account rule? debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So machine is coming inside the business. So we are taking machine account debit. Machine we are taking in the debit side. Who is the giver here? Who is giving the machine? Mr. A is giving the machine, right? So we will write to Mr. A's account. Done. What will be the narration? Being machine purchased. Yes or no? So, machine is coming inside the business. So, real account rule is debit what comes in. Again and again I am saying for your clarification, children. So, who is the giver here? Mr. A is the giver. So, we are taking to Mr. A's account. What is the narration? Being machine purchased. So, how much is the amount, children? How much is the amount here? Sorry, where is it? How much is the amount? It is 40,000. So, we will take 40,000. Khali 40,000. Okay, done. This is machine account. Now, what is the another transaction, children? Furniture purchased from B. It is also again, let me rub this. Shall I rub this on? Yes, let me rub. Already completed? No. Take a screenshot or you do with me. Taking a book or a pen, you do with me, then only you can understand. Again, afterwards you will get confused how this have been done by the madam. So take a book or a paper, pen and do with me. Okay. Is it taking much time to rub the board? Okay. Okay. So, on 5th again we are having a transaction of furniture purchased from B for cash. Same, children. Here again how we have done to the machine, then same we have to done to the do for the furniture also. What is the date, children? 5. 5 is the date. Furniture account debtor. Yes or no? Children, I have forgot to say you one point here. When it is credit, if you are purchasing something on the credit, then we cannot take to credit account. Yes or no? We cannot take like this to credit account. We cannot take like this. So if you are purchasing or if you are selling something onto the credit, then we have to take the name of particular person which is giving in the transaction. Okay, in the previous one, machine was purchased from Mr. A on credit, right? So what we have done, we did not take to credit account. We have take to Mr. A's account. So here furniture account debit. Why? Because furniture is coming inside the business. Then here to cash account. Because it is not credit, we should not take the name. We are taking the cash as it is given. Furniture purchased on cash, being furniture purchase. Sorry. Being furniture purchased. What is the amount, children? It is 10,000. Khali 10,000. Done. This transaction have also done. Okay, ma. So on 10, goods sold to Y. Who is the receiver here, children? Are we the receiver or someone else is the receiver? We are selling it, right? So all the sales will come under credit. When we are purchasing something, when it is coming inside our company, then it is debit. When it is going out of our company, then it will be credit. Yes or no? So here we are selling the goods to Mr. Y. So here what will be the transaction, children? Y is the receiver. So what we will write? Mr. Y's account debtor. Why? Because Y is receiving the goods. What we are doing? We are selling. So what it will come to? Sales account. Got my point? Y is receiving the goods. So Y will be under the debit. We are selling. Sales are going outside our company. So to sales account. Here what will be the narration? Being goods sold. This is your narration. What is the amount here, children? Amount is 9,000. Yes. Next on 11th, goods returned by Y. See here we have sold the goods to Y. But what this Y did, on the next day, Y have returned the goods to us. So it is sales return, right? We are selling. Then again Y is returning the goods. So it will be sales return. Sales return should come under debit, children. When we are selling it, then it will come under credit. When again what we have sold will come inside our company, sales return. The goods are coming inside the company, no? So we will be taking it as debit. So what is the date, children, here? Date is 11. So what it will be? Sales return account debit. Sales return account debit. To what, children? What it will be? What it will be? You say me now. Sales return account debit. When the goods are coming inside, who is the giver? Here we were giving. So we have written sales account. Now here who is the giver? Who is the giver? Here Y is the giver. We have sold the goods to Y. Here again Y is giving to us. So here to Y's account. Again here narration. Being goods returned by Y. Okay, is a price ma? Price have given. What it is? 500. Khali 500. So we have done with this transaction also. Next, let me rub the board again. As I am writing very big so that it will be clearly visible to you. Only with 3 transactions the board is getting filled up. If I write small, it will not be visible for you. So I am writing in big so that you don't have any doubts or any clarity issues. Okay, so done. Now let us go with the next month. What is the date? 12th. On 12th, what happened? Goods sold for cash. What we are doing here? Goods sold for cash. Here any person's name have not given. It have not given X. It have not given Y. It have not given B. So what we will do? Already it have given us cash, no? As I said you, if name is given, you have to write the name. If credit is given, you have to write the name. If cash is given, you should not write any name or any credit like that. If cash is given, directly you have to write cash in it. So what it will be? What will be the transaction? Cash account data. Why cash account data? Because cash is coming inside our business. When we are selling something, cash will come, no? So that is why cash account data. What we are doing here? We are selling. So sales account. What will be the narration? Being goods sold on cash. Or you just write being goods sold. What is the amount, children? 10,000. Done. We will just draw a line like this. Okay. Done with this transaction. Net cash received from Y. What is the date? 18. Here what we are receiving? Cash. Cash is coming inside the business. So what we will write? Cash account. Debtor. To from whom we are receiving the cash? We are receiving the cash from Y. So Y is the giver. Cash is coming inside the business. So we wrote cash account debit. Who is the giver here? Y is the giver. So we are writing to Y's account. Being narration ma. Again, narration is compulsory ma. Without narration, you cannot complete a transaction. Being cash received. Okay, being cash received. How much is the amount ma? Amount is 4,000. Khali 4,000. Okay, done with the transaction. You just draw a line. Only till here, not to the amount. Okay, what happened to the light? Okay, let it be. Next to 28, we are having advertisement expenses. So, expenses already it have given as advertisement expenses, children. Close that light. Advertisement expenses already it have given as expenses. We have learnt about expenses and gains in nominal account. Yes, in the nominal account, debit is all the expenses and losses. So, here advertisement expenses will come under the debit. No, according to the rule, debit all expenses and losses. So, here under the debit we will take advertisement expenses account debtor 2. What we are paying for the expenses? We are paying cash, right? So, what we will take here? Advertisement expenses account debtor to cash account, because here the businessman is keeping the money for the advertisement. So what we will do? Cash is going outside the business. Cash is moving outside of the business. Credit is what goes out. Credit is what goes out. Debit is what comes in. So here according to the nominal rule, we are taking expenses under debit and cash we are taking under credit, because credit what goes out. So what is going? Cash is going. So we have took cash in the credit. Again narration being, I am writing short form of advertisement. Advertisement expenses paid. Okay. What is the amount ma? 5,000. Okay. Done with this transaction, you just draw a line. Again, I need to rub the board for another transactions. So, let me rub the board. So, other transaction is on 30th of July, that is stationery purchased for cash. So, here the same. What is coming inside? Stationery. All the purchases are under debit only. As I said you previously. So, here we are purchasing the stationery. So, where the stationery will come? Stationery will come under the debit, because stationery is coming inside. All the purchases are debit. So, stationery will also be debit. Stationery account debtor. Sorry, I didn't wrote the date here. What is the date? 30. Date is must. You should not leave the date, and you should not leave the narration. Sometimes in the hurry we can forget the date and narration. You have to once check the narration. Okay. So here, what is the debit ma? Stationery. Stationery is debit, because stationery we are purchasing the stationery. What we are giving? Who is the giver? We are the giver. What we are giving out of our business? We are giving the cash. So here, to cash account. What is the narration? Being stationery purchased. Why? Because stationery is coming inside. We will write the stationery under debit, and we are giving the cash. So, cash is going outside the business. We are taking the cash under the credit. Here, this narration is also completed. Then, last one is there. Rent paid. Paid rent. So debt we have to take. What we are doing, ma? We are paying the rent. When we are paying the rent of a company, of a land, of anything, whatever we are giving outside the business, when something is going outside the business, cash is going outside the business, then it will be considered as debit, right? We have learnt in the nominal. Again I am saying you, under the nominal all expenses and losses will come under the debit. So here rent paid is also debit because we are paying the cash to someone else. So what here it will be? Rent account debit. Rent account is debit because rent is receiving the money. So the person is receiving the money, so we are giving the rent. So rent account will be debit because it is the expense for us. It is the loss under the nominal rule, so it will be debit. To cash account, all the expenses and losses will come under the debit. So here rent is also debit. We are paying the cash. So cash is credit. Being, here we didn't wrote the amount. What is the amount? 2000. Here being rent paid. So what is the amount? It is 2000. Okay. So we are done with the journal entries, children. This was your journal entry. How we need to post the transactions into the particulars and how we need to take the debit amount and credit amount. When we are taking it as debit, then amount should also be under debit. We can't write the amount here, or this amount we can't write here because it is debit amount. We have to take under the debit only. You have to see like this. If it is equal, you have to take it. Then it is khali, then this credit amount should come here. And remember children, all the purchases will come under debit. All the sales will come under the credit. If you remember this point, easily you can go with the journal entries, whatever the transaction they will give. And one more point, when it is discount allowed and discount received, how you should take the transaction, let me say you all. When it is discount allowed, if we are allowing the discount, then what it will be, children? It will be loss for us. So what we will be doing that? Discount allowed we should take under debit only because it is loss. Expenses and losses are under the debit in the nominal rule. So discount allowed we should take under debit. Discount allowed. When it is discount received, it is a gain for us. So what we will do? All the incomes and gains will be credit. So discount received is credit. Discount allowed is debit. Remember this point. And purchases debit. Sales credit. Sales return debit. Purchase return credit. Okay. Thank you so much for watching this video, children. If you are having any doubt of journal entry, if you are having any confusion or any doubt, you can comment down in the comment section. I will clarify you. This is the extra point, children. Discount allowed is debit. Discount received is credit. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. See you all in the next video with ledger and trial balance of the accounting process. If we go with that two topics, then accounting process unit 1 will be completed. But maximum for your long answer, this question will only be asked. Means journal entry question will be asked. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye. See you all in the next video.